me is just a cheese.
Yeah, no, I mean that's no, but that's kind of my. I mean, I feel like it's everyone's weakness, but I feel like for me, like I feel like I'm really good at like one-on-one gunfights, but like when
Whoop.
someone just has a cheese weapon, then
Especially when they buff it with the directional.
Holy fuck, dude.
nice.
YouTube, what's good? Senju, back at it again with another video. So today, we're going to be discussing exactly how the SA87 can perform inside of Warzone. And I'm telling you right now that there's no doubt about it. It is the strongest LMG so far, because we have yet to test the new LMG that just dropped, which we will be covering later on. However, so far, prior to me actually testing the new LMG, this is the strongest LMG in the LMG category, and possibly, quite frankly, the strongest weapon in Warzone outside of maybe the AMAX and the Ram 7. But there's no doubt in my mind that this thing is going to be popping up in the meta a lot more, and if it starts to really gain some traction, there's probably going to be some damage reworking for this weapon, because I don't even think the stats are accurate when it comes to the damage profile for the SA87, because the kind of damage that I'm hitting on the people recently are nowhere near what I expect the stats to actually reciprocate on a stat sheet, or what I've seen from other videos detailing what the numbers are supposed to be on ASA87. It's not adding up on screen versus what I'm actually reading or seeing from other people. So let's hop into the build and let's talk a little bit about what we're doing with the SA87 before we go hop into the gameplay. Starting off with the build, obviously we have the SA87 here. We're rocking the monolithic suppressor with the Commando foregrip, 50 round mags, the rubberized grip tape, and the PBX hollow sight. Now I realize that this setup is untraditional. A lot of people typically want to run the 25.4 inch factory barrel to get that enhanced range with control and accuracy. My problem is that this weapon is a lot better up close and in mid-range than it is at long range. The visual kick that you get at long range pretty much prevents this thing from ever seeing the light of day at long range. And let me clarify what long range is in the terms of Warzone. That is anything past 55 meters. Once you start pushing 55 meters, you need to be using, I don't know, a marksman rifle or an HDR, something that's meant to be at long range. If you're using your primary plus 55 meters, I got some questions, man. And there's definite, well, let me not say 55, because this thing can, just like other weapons, hit at 55. 65, 70 is where you want to start really using your Car 98s and HDRs and stuff like that. Anything from 0 up to 60 meters, should I say, is considered close to maximum medium range potential, and that's where this thing will just dump truck on people. I mean, it's not even fair, man. People can literally walk up in front of you. You could be losing the gunfight, and I mean, they can get the shot off first and you'll still win the gunfight by a large margin. I mean, like, to the point where you'll look at your plates and you would have thought that you took more damage than what you actually received. That's how strong this weapon puts people down. Like, that, this thing makes zero sense. Like I said, when looking at other videos, when people detail the damage numbers and the damage profile for the SA87, when you use it in game, I'm telling you right now, this thing is not accurate. And I mean, the damage profile is not accurate. It's a lot stronger than what people are making it out to be. And if this thing ever gains some real traction to the point where you start seeing it in the meta like you did the Bruin, we got an even worse problem with this than we did with the Bruin. Because even though this thing may not be a laser beam, you are losing every single gunfight up close if you're using anything else other than an SA87. If people start using this thing, I kid you not, and God forbid you get team shot by this thing. That's scary, man. That is terrifying. I wouldn't want to. So right now, this build is basically built to correct the recoil pattern of the SA87. At base, the recoil pattern for the SA87 typically jumps up and to the left. When slapping on the Commando foregrip, that's all you really have to do. It completely corrects the recoil pattern and it goes straight up and down. That's it. The 50 round mags is what I place on it personally because this thing is already in the LMG mobility category, and slapping on 60 rounds would just demoralize the mobility. Rubberized grip tape is literally there just to add an extra layer of control to the weapon. And then we have the PBX hollow sight for obviously the personal preference. Just having an optic on this just made it feel a lot more consistent at mid-range. And then we have the monolithic suppressor for the additional 7.5% range, as well as the hidden stat of the 50% additional bullet velocity that you get for running the monolithic suppressor. Now, as a backup, obviously we have our melee weapon just for the very first loadout. In our second loadouts, we do pick up an MP5 because this is what I'm testing right now. And then obviously we have EOD, Ghost, and Amped for our perks, C4 for the lethal, and our heartbeat sensor for the tactical. Without further ado, let's go ahead and let's hop into this gameplay.
For me, about the MP5 is the mobility, the speed you run. I can already feel it after running all these other guns.
Oh, there's just a stack of cash sitting on this rooftop. I'm weak.
Oh, dude, these guys got ghost.
They already got a little.
Oh
Wow.
my god. These guys got ghosts. Yeah, 4 of them. 3 of them have ghost.
That's crazy, dude. And they're all sitting in the same building.
Dude, I fucking rushed in like an asshole, lasering the guy, and then 3 other dudes lasered me.
Bruh, they're all sitting in that building, not moving. That's wild. Bruh, he opened the door and closed it. I don't even think he knows I'm here.
So, as soon as you go in, Taco is directly in front of you. I guess
There's one behind a barricade in the inside.
There's 2 behind the pool table. Shoot.
Plating up real quick. Hey, gas is coming in. Gas is coming in. Hold on.
let's go. Oh shit, gas.
Gas is coming in. They gotta go.
Crap. I didn't even realize I jumped into gas. I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm done. That was stupid of me.
Oh, you fucking kidding me? Man, what the fuck? That circle was so fast.
Still got 25 rounds left.
That gun is nasty.
Got for the teammates.
Bro, that LMG does so much damage.
Yep.
There it is.
That guy's not. He's toast.
Usain Bolt.
That team from up there needs to jump down eventually.
Yeah, right on your head.
I don't even think they know where I'm at.
Oh, they just
You're
took
right.
a scav. Careful.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Nice. Daddy on the floor.
Good play. Pro strats.
Do I have to level that up, like, or if I have the
No.
Damascus knife,
It's
I can get that Damascus?
no. You can get a Damascus. It's a skin that I got for buying one of the.
Oh fuck.
Is that the Brudak one?
How far is?
In the buy station.
Some fries, bitch.
I'm ready to be back in the game.
Man, me too. That fucking smoke.
Oh, one bullet. Yeah.
Get me last. Don't get me right away.
Well, you can buy all of us.
Oh shit! I didn't even notice all that. That
Oh,
can.
good work. Good work. Very well played. Hopefully I'll steal that one of those guys' guns.
Yeah, did you kill the guy you were just
Hey, I got two on the other side of the train, dude.
Roger.
Someone's on buy station.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
someone.
Got him. One more to the right. One more to the right.
Oh, you shooting me? Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yo, landing. Guy landing on you. Guy landing on you.
Got him.
Landing.
Broke his armor.
Nice work.
Let's go,
You
dude.
guys need plates? Yeah, good stuff.
Yep.
Here, I'll buy it right here.
I think I saw someone very bottom dam moving over to the right, but then.
Oh, that guy's one shot. I have self. I'm fine.
I got you. I'm getting you up, Taco.
Thank you.
Right behind us. He was fucking next to us, so you shit.
He's on the top of the hill as well. He's top. Yeah. They were holding us.
I just
Oh,
got
that's
sniped. No, dude. Wow. X50, man.
It's 50.
Yeah, he got lucky and got a headshot from the top of the freaking from that. Oh. Alrighty, welcome back to the lab. So, I mean, hey, I told you from the beginning, this thing did not actually add up, and I mean in the damage department. I was getting way more damage than what you would typically see on paper. And you know, previously when I made a video on the SA87, I originally said that this weapon is what the SCAR wanted to be. And surprisingly, to this day, I still stand by that. This thing is exactly what the SCAR wants to be, and I have no doubt in my mind that when the SCAR shows up and it gets buffed for real, these are going to be the two titans of PvP and multiplayer, as well as Warzone, if it ever gets into a state where we're relying on SA87s and SCARs, which isn't that far off. Right now, the meta is typically there's a lot of variety in the meta. We have MP7s, we have RAM 7s, MP7s, we have MP4s, RAM 7s. There actually are a bit of MP7s, MP5s obviously. The AMAX is definitely at the top, but a lot of people are sleeping on the SA87 yet again. But when they get boxed up, I bet you the very first thing that they do is go right onto their loadouts, and you're going to see them in ground war leveling the darn thing up. And they're going to slap a VOK on there, and you're just going to see a bunch of people running around in ground war with VOK S87s trying to level it up. And I'm telling you right now, this right here, pound for pound, is the hardest hitting gun outside of the AMAX that I have ever used in Warzone. I don't even know what else to say about it, man. It's a 20 out of 10 on the scale. It is a 20 out of 10 on the scale. If you have not used it, or maybe you have used it and you've used some whack job build that someone else made because, you know, they thought that slapping all the longest barrel attachments and, you know, putting green everywhere on the stat sheet was accurate. No. Try this build and treat it the way that it was meant to be treated, as a close to mid-range slap box machine, and have your long-range weapon in backup, or your close range weapon in backup, depending on what your playstyle is. Don't try to sit there and snipe people with this thing. Box them up close in that mid range like it was meant to do, and I guarantee you, you are going to get some seriously good results out of this thing, just like I did. It makes zero sense for this thing to be this strong and no one to be using it. So, without further ado, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not part of the community already, as we are on the road to 2,000 subs. Make sure you go ahead and follow my Twitch if you want to see all of this live. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Take care.